Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom. You're welcome to day 2,896 of What You Up To Now. I think this is my longest running series ever of doing the same thing. And all I do is document my journey here. I started doing it in 2018. I was going to start it in 2017. I came online after my divorce in 2017 and have never looked back. I do things both on and offline now, but I love being able to just show up and create content on the internet, on the World Wide Web, as it used to be called. Well, today we're talking about, and I realized something this morning, just as I was creating the title for this video, I only put two things in the title: Supersize Challenges and Skool Community. And that's because at the end of the year, October, late October, I joined the Skool platform and realized that I could do everything I want to do to make the world a better place on that one platform. And so I'm going all in on transitioning and moving everything I do and where I show up and where I actually engage with people onto the Skool platform. It's changing every day, getting better and better. I can actually create videos there, although I'm not going to just yet, because I haven't figured out how to make my face not be giant, and nobody needs to see my face. It's bad enough here, but that, it literally blows up my face to fill the entire screen. And I can't even see my face that up close and personal. So I don't want everybody looking at every line, every googly eyes, every crooked mouth statement that I make, because I have a crooked mouth. I've had it since I was in an accident when I was 2. I tripped over a tricycle. Imagine that. So today, and for both the Supersize Your Business group and for my annual challenge, I have merged those topics. I successfully merged those last year, and I'm going to stick with that strategy going forward. Why? It's a lot less stressful than having 2 to 3 different topics that I'm talking about every single morning. It's a lot easier. It's more congruent. It flows. I always record my annual challenge video first. Why? Because that's how I started getting less afraid of showing up on camera. I noticed another thing just recently. I have stopped whenever I stop the camera saying, oh my gosh, that sucked. Because for literally 7 years or 8 years, the first thing that popped into my head after every single video was what I did wrong in that video. And there's always going to be something, because we're human beings. So I noticed that I've stopped doing that every single day. And to me, that's progress. That's a win for me personally in terms of a personal development. And guess what? There's still the same amount of things that suck in my videos and that are awful and ridiculous, but I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I think it's more important to be consistent, show up, be who you are, offer to help people and then help them, than to have a perfectly polished presentation and video or visual aids. We know my visual aids are ridiculous. Here's the real secret. They're written backwards. How many of us can actually write backwards? I developed that skill because on Android phones, which is what I've always had and record on, I know the kids are always telling me I need to get Apple products, but I'm probably not going to. Old dog, new trick and all that. So I had to learn to write backwards, because on Android, they might have it now. I gave up looking. I looked for years to see if they developed it yet and made it part of their process. And I just gave up looking, because I was like, all right, I already learned how to write backwards. So that's what I do. So believe it or not, this is written backwards. And so are all my visual aids. The funny thing is, you'll see every once in a while where I missed a letter, and it's kind of funny, right? And could I change them? Could I clean them up? Could I print them on my computer? Could I have AI make me a beautiful list? Absolutely. But am I going to? No. Because I've noticed that as I've been playing with AI, when I go out and read other people's content, I absolutely positively know if AI helped them write that and create that or not. And I don't want people to feel that way about my content. I think that's one of the powerful things about video. If you're not reading a script and you're just talking to people, that is always going to be more important for connection and for engaging with people than reading some fancy script that everybody knows you're reading, right? I hate that. All right. So this year's annual challenge is the Supersize You annual challenge. This year's annual challenge for Supersize Business group and community. We've done so much in that group. We've done idioms and words and what they mean. We've done strategies. I did a whole year of here are 365 different ways to grow and build and supersize your business strategies, and talk about them every day. And last year I was like, all right, something's got to give here. I'm getting older. I'm getting wiser, hopefully. And I want to simplify the things that I do and how I show up in the world. Now you're going to see even more changes coming up very soon, because I am going to commit to branding, personal branding, which is something that I've never committed to before, obviously. You know, did Pajama Grandma for about 7, 28, 29, 27, 28, 29, 17, 18, and 19. And then in 2020, I actually wanted to kill off that brand. And my family was horrified. They're like, you cannot let Pajama Grandma get COVID and then just reemerge as yourself. That doesn't work. So I just kind of let it slip by the wayside and just started showing up during the pandemic for both 2020 and 2021 as myself, and then just kind of rolled with it. All right. That's all I've got today. If I can help you in any way, and I mean it, ask, right? Absolutely positively ask. I might not know the answer, but I guarantee I know somebody that can help you with no matter what it is. I am best with business strategy and probably personal development and mindset things. Otherwise, I know so many people. When you get to be my age, you know a lot of people that are awesome, and I love sharing them. All right, that's all I've got. Have an amazing day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.